Good to see you, Wei.
I got a call. Something about an urgent problem in the New Year celebrations?
Yeah, about that. Seems you made a lot of bosses unhappy lately, so...
Are you serious?
Look, I can't ignore a direct order just because I think it's wrong.
Oh, come on.
And neither can you.
So I'm in purgatory now, is that it? Punishment for my sins?
You upset a lot of people. Let's not even get into the property damage out there. Or the total carnage that seems to follow you everywhere you go. Bosses aren't happy.
Screw them. I'm a cop. You gonna put me out on the street or not?
In a manner of speaking.
Holy shit. Stop! Police! Suspect is in a blue vehicle. License 12X448.
448 must be a rental.
Welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here, and today I'm looking at Sleeping Dogs. This is an older game, and since it was demanding some years ago, I thought I would test it out. Specifically, the game is almost 8 years old, so the hardware today should be able to run it pretty well. A little background on the game is that you play an undercover police officer who is Chinese American. On first glance, you could write this off as a Grand Theft Auto clone, but it's not. I think this is its own game, and the only things that it has in common with GTA is the open world and being able to free roam at your leisure. The game is full of comedy and great gameplay, although sometimes you can get stuck on the environment or the camera can get in your way. The game features a leveling system that lets your attacks become stronger, attain different skills, and unlock cosmetic items. Fighting in Sleeping Dogs is pretty straightforward with a twist. You can't just smash buttons because some moves require timing. Most enemies can be beaten down just by punching. Some enemies will turn red, which will require you to counter. If you miss the opportunity, it can have dire consequences on your health. While some will knock you to the ground and stomp you, other enemies such as the demons in Nightmare and North Point will kill you with around 3 missed counters. They will bite you to death, and it's pretty difficult to get away, even though the game will tell you to move the controller from side to side. Some other things that distinguish this game from GTA is the ability to use the environment to beat your enemies. You can burn them in a barrel of fire, smash their face on a counter, smash their body against a wall, tackle them to the ground, and use firearms. Even though using firearms is available in GTA, it feels satisfying in this game. There are vehicles to drive such as civilian cars, law enforcement vehicles, boats, and motorcycles. In some missions, you can draw your gun and shoot the enemy while in a chase. Carjacking is available, but not in their traditional way. You can actually leap onto the car and commandeer it. The game has a story that you can progress through, or you can just go on your way. You have a map available to you that gives a little info such as your location, destination, and other points of interest. You can even plot your own route. Voice acting is pretty good for an older title, and if I were Chinese, I'd be a little offended as some of the characters sound cliche and then comes off as comedy. The game has 3 DLCs, Year of the Snake, Zodiac Tournament, and Nightmare in North Point. Performance on the Nitro 5 was pretty decent at 1920 by 1080 at the extreme preset, which is just maxed out settings. The GPU temp averaged 81.5 while the CPU averaged 79. FPS average was 37, which was totally unexpected. I thought I'd get more simply because of the age of the game. Switching over to the high preset, GPU temp averaged 81, which is just a half a degree less. CPU temp increased by 3 degrees, making the average temp 82C. The biggest jump is FPS, having an average of 72. Last, we have the medium setting, and this is where I stopped as there's no need to go any lower. GPU averaged 81C, while the CPU averaged 82.5. FPS averaged a whopping 97 FPS. Not too shabby, but we are talking about an older game. Glad to see performance like this and look good at the same time, especially with the 1050 Ti. Sleeping Dogs has gotten good reviews in the past, and it still seems to be holding its own with scores ranging from 6 to 9 out of 10. While many still love this game, there were two that were cancelled, in which one would continue the story and the other was an MMO. As of now, there are no new rumors for any new sequels coming from the developers or Square Enix. One can only hope that one day it will happen, but until then, this will have to do. Which is anything but bad, right? In closing, if the video helped you, feel free to like and subscribe. If you would like to know the hardware I am using, I have them listed in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Meanpooh, out.
You're busted. You're looking at 10 years, minimum. I look at you, and I don't see a guy with the balls to do that kind of time.
I won't do 10 days. None of us will.
What's that mean?
When the new year starts, it's all over. So your prisons, your laws, they don't mean anything to me.
What's over? What happens on New Year's?
The world, it ends.
How do you mean ends?
Master Chu teaches when the year of the snake begins, the world will end. All of its creatures will be divided into two groups. Those who helped usher in the great reckoning will feast in heaven alongside the great master himself. The unbelievers will be cast down into hell.
Going to check it out now. Understood. I'm on it. Watch out! There's a car! Received citizen complaint. Roger. Over.
Come, look! I fixed you up.
There's a group in Soho. We've learned that our guys are going to buy something from a dealer out there. Find out what he's selling.
I'm on it.
A man who never looked like you could use a pork bun.
I'm starving.
Thanks, Wei. Enjoy.
Central, I'm at the K-Bar.
What are you, jerking while driving?
走走走，跟住就做爆屍啦你！
思維掩蓋住悲哀去煽動一班弱智到無知嘅勞苦大眾，一切出衝嘅行為不會被接受，因為共同代號叫做三合會兄弟，兄弟之間相稱老死，想到山落流浪一班義氣嘅綁匪用自。
You like Kung Fu or Muay Thai? I'm old school. Got to be Kung
Buy
Fu.
me 7 of them. White, yellow, obviously. Give me one dark one, and one that's chocolate, and one that's really white. I mean whiter than white.
Where's Boo? The guy is waiting for us in the back. I don't know, but he's back there waiting for us. We should go talk to him.
Not without Boo. I don't do nothing without Boo.
You the guy?
Meet me outside.
Take my bike! Get that car back!
Nice work, officer. Kingshaw Road is now safe. I repeat, the Kingshaw Road is clear.
No problem.
Wait! Good thing you're here.
What do you need?
There was a bomb. Crazy bastards left a note. Said this was only the beginning. You need to track down the other buses on this route. HQ thinks they might be after all of them.
What?
Take that cruiser.
A little more vague? Hey, what the hell you think you're doing?
It's that cop! He's on to us!
Crazy bastards. Come on, you bastard! You're done! That's it for you! Another one down! Too much fun! Enjoy your jail cell, asshole! Tank, all those trucks came from the Aberdeen market. I'm gonna check it out.
We're about to have thousands of tourists on the streets. You have to shut them down. Good luck.
Proceed to the fish warehouse. Be careful. It's a reported gang hideout.